Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We need to talk about the College Football Playoff Selection Committee's decision to rank the University of Miami ahead of Louisville, and to rank the University of Miami as high as they are, period. It really doesn't make any sense. Miami is ranked at 15, and Louisville is ranked 5 spots behind them at 20. As we all know, Louisville took down Miami, and both teams have 2 losses to not-so-great teams. For Miami, this not-so-great team is SMU. And for Louisville, it's the Cal Golden Bears. But Cal is actually a pretty good football team. They beat Minnesota handily in the first week of the season. And they have a young quarterback who my Oregon Ducks unfortunately lost in the transfer portal after he was on campus for no more than 3 days, keep in mind. But they have a freshman quarterback that is playing phenomenal football and is extremely fun to watch. And as a team, they feel like they have good forward momentum, good progress. Now, they're probably the worst 6-3 team in the nation, or 6-4. Let me check. They're probably one of the worst 6-4 teams in the nation, but nonetheless, they're a 6-win team. They're interesting. Now, Miami's team that they lost to, SMU, is also not the greatest team. They're 7-3, and I don't think that they're all that much better than Cal. Yes, SMU was a playoff team last year, and are bringing back some of that stuff this year and yada, yada, yada. But it's not like SMU is some amazing team. Miami and Louisville have losses to ranked teams and unranked teams. For Louisville, that loss comes at the hands of Virginia. And when we compare the 2 unranked teams that these teams have lost to, I just don't see much of a difference. And of course, the head-to-head, Louisville wins. The committee is obviously, as we've seen and as they've discussed, putting weight into the fact that Miami beat Notre Dame in the first week of the season, or in week 0 of this season. And that's fair. Notre Dame is a team that is currently on the up and up and is, in all likelihood, probably going to be in the playoffs. But is this Notre Dame team the same team as it was when Miami beat them? Do we really watch Notre Dame football right now and look back at week 0 and think that's the same team? And do we watch Miami football right now and look back to the first week of the season and say that's the same team? Just as when we watch LSU and Clemson the first week of the season, we think, oh, great powerhouses. And now we look at them and we're like, they're fucking ass. I'm not trying to say that like early wins don't matter or whatever, but you know, I do kind of think wins towards the end of the season matter a little bit more. When Miami beat Notre Dame, I think they were beating a Notre Dame team at their worst. A week later, when Notre Dame went to go play Texas A&M, we saw a very different Notre Dame team. One with Jeremiah Love rushing at the way that he's supposed to be rushing, first off. And second off, one where CJ Carr absolutely torched the defense. Well, torched in comparison to what he did in Miami, but he threw for 293 yards versus Miami where he went for 221 yards. Now that 70-yard difference might not sound like a lot, but this was done on the same amount of completed passes between the 2 games. On top of that, Jeremiah Love was active in the game against Texas A&M, something which he was not in the Miami game. I don't know if you guys remember this, but he had that little weird injury thing, and then he was playing but not really playing, and listen, this guy's like one of the best running backs in all of college football. Actually, he is the best running back right now in all of college football and likely to be the 4th Heisman favorite unless my Oregon Ducks and Dante Moore do something absolutely amazing over the next couple of weeks. I see Jeremiah Love going to New York. And if you're Notre Dame and have a possible Heisman finalist on your team who doesn't really play in a game that you then go ahead and lose by 3 points. All I'm trying to say is that I think Miami did not beat the Notre Dame that the committee's thinking that they beat, or that the committee is treating them like they beat. Miami did not beat the current number 9 team in the country. Miami beat a injured first week of the season, new quarterback, new kids all around team. It's a very different team than the team that's playing right now today, that Notre Dame lost to in the following week, Texas A&M, the current number 3 team in the country. Again, by a very small margin, I think by 1 point. Let me check. Yeah, by 1 point. So, listen, I understand that they beat Notre Dame, but did they beat Notre Dame is kind of what I'm trying to say. On top of that, Louisville did beat Miami. Louisville did beat Miami. And they also lost to a not-so-great team and a ranked team. So we have 2 teams that lost to ranked teams and not so great teams. Well, they had a head-to-head, and one of them came out on top, and that was Louisville. And I think it is absolutely insane to put Louisville below Miami. I genuinely think it's insane. If Miami did not have that brand, why else would they put them there? But even then, I don't get it because you can't, look, We can all have the debate about like the ESPN conspiracy theories they put in teams with like the big brand names or whatever else. I'm not even against that argument all the time per se, but bro, look at Miami's games. Fucking, they can't even sell at their own stadium. They can't even get most of the seats filled in their stadium. It's insane. Why the fuck is Carson Beck gonna like be really great? I don't know. Has he ever really been really great? Like, what the fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing, guys? How is Louisville? And I'm not even that high on Louisville. I just think, like, on principle, because of everything that I just said, Louisville needs to be ahead of Miami. Like, what is the point of any of this if Louisville's not ahead of, like, what is the point of any of these games and these wins if Louisville is not ahead of Miami? Louisville should have a better shot at an at-large bid to the playoff than Miami. I don't know. I am not trying to hate. I'm not trying to hate. I just think I think it's insane. I think it's fucking insane, to be completely honest. And last week I thought it was insane that Notre Dame was ranked as high as they are. So this is where I stand. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm fucking insane, or maybe you guys understand what I'm saying. I don't fucking know. If you like this, consider liking the video and subscribing. I don't know what I'm doing with this, but as you can see in my channel bio, my friends and family have asked me to stop talking about college football as much as I do to them. So I'm going to start talking about it to you guys. Thank you for watching, and